Good morning, traders. Obviously, we've seen US cash markets being closed for Memorial Day. We have had futures markets open. They've had an early close, and we can take some lead from that, even though volumes have been absolutely pathetic. We've seen about 194,000 contracts of S&P futures traded. Would usually see 1.5, 2 million contracts traded on a big day. So, obviously read into that. But, a lot of focus on what's happening in Europe. The DAX looks pretty good at the moment. That market looks like it wants to bull trend. We'll have to see. But, some love for that market. We've seen a bit of love for the euro. That's traded up into 107.87. We're just testing the 38.2% retracement of that February to May sell-off that we've been seeing. So we just see how it reacts into those kind of levels at the moment. We've gone through the 50-day moving average. There's a bit of love for the euro against the sterling at the moment. Can we push up into 86? I think there's a possibility that we probably can. It seems like the path of least resistance at the moment. And given what we've been seeing from the German and Spanish CPI numbers last night, much better than expected. Obviously, we've seen a big sell-off coming through in the German bond market. We've seen twos up about 10 basis points into 44. We've seen 10-year bunds moving up about the same. So the curve stayed fairly flat, and we've seen a little bit of a repricing in the European rates market. We've got about 33 basis points now priced for that July meeting, which is a really interesting concept. They potentially could raise 50 basis points. The market's kind of caught between two worlds there. So Europe looking pretty interesting, and certainly the euro getting a bit of love from that. We saw, as I said, S&P futures trading up until about 3 a.m. And interestingly, while we did see S&P front month futures trade up above the 42 handle, 42.02 was the high there, they have come back a little bit. And it's interesting to see the difference between where Asia closed and where the futures closed on that early close session. They are a little bit lower. So while the net change is positive, we were pricing that in yesterday. So we are expecting Asian markets to come under a little bit of pressure when they open a bit later on. Elsewhere, we've seen good gains in crypto. Those markets are flying at the moment, 6-7% going through. Crude looks really, really interesting. I'm not sure how positive that is for the equity market story, given that it's inflationary, but generally speaking, crude is looking very, very strong at the moment. It's up 1.8%. Ahead, we've got a big day. We've got Chinese PMI numbers coming out. We've got some data coming out from Australia. And then we go into the US, where we've got consumer confidence numbers a bit later on.